Still 3 minutes to go, you know. Mainoo, chance for Manchester United, they've scored!
You've probably heard of Kobbie Mainoo by now, and that's because he's an exciting player who's playing really well for England and Man United. Except what does he do, what makes him so good, and does he deserve a place in Gareth Southgate's starting 11? Well, he's a midfielder. He can play as an 8, a 6 or a 10, predominantly an 8, but midfielders tend to be good at passing, and that's exactly what Kobbie Mainoo doesn't do. Because compared to other players in this position in Europe, his passing numbers are actually quite low, for completion, attempted, completed. But sometimes stats don't tell you everything, and here are some clips I found from his 2 games against Newport County and Liverpool FC. First, I want to draw attention to his quick thinking and intelligence. Diogo Dalot wants to make something happen by running towards the goal, but there are 3 players around him, which means if he tries to, he'll get surrounded. So Kobbie Mainoo cleverly makes a decoy run, dragging his defender up away, leaving a gap in between the 2. But the main thing that Kobbie Mainoo does is taking on players and beating them, and also working in tight areas. The fact that Dalot is even passing the ball to Kobbie Mainoo in this circumstance shows the trust he has in him despite him being 18 years old. Instead of panicking and trying to rush between the 2 players, he takes a small touch and squeezes through. Before skipping past Endo, Liverpool's midfield 3, that's famous for pressing and winning the ball back, has just been beaten by 1 man. And other players might be able to do this as well, but the fact he has the intelligence, the awareness and the ability at such a young age says a lot. And while he doesn't have loads of touches and passes per game like the elite midfielders, eventually he probably will, and he'll grow into one. But his level of intelligence, awareness and ability is something that a lot of older players don't have, which means when he eventually catches up with the basics, he'll be way ahead of them. So, we know what he can do under pressure. He receives the ball here with 4 players around him. Someone's about to tackle him, but he shifts to the left and squeezes past. And how many players in this position will try to nutmeg the person in front? His legs were closed, but Mainoo knew he was going to open up his left leg, so there was a gap. Then Omari Forson makes a decoy run to distract this defender. In that split second, Mainoo notices his body language has changed, so he splits to the right in the tiniest of gaps. And now there's another Wolves defender blocking the shot to the bottom right corner. But assuming Mainoo is going to go front post, he moves towards it, leaving a gap, which Mainoo scores 4-3 in the 97th minute. That is an unbelievable goal that realistically should be a contender for goal of the season at least. Of course, that won't be remembered as the best goal that's scored by a Man United young player. Garnacho and Mainoo actually played together at youth level. I actually watched some Man United youth games and Mainoo, well. But the thing about this goal, it's like he's playing the game in slow motion. And I actually have to play the clip at 0.2 times speed to be able to break down what's going on. And this once again goes back to his intelligence and awareness, because he can grow into a player that's better at passing, better at controlling games, but right now he has what few players have, even the older ones. Because if we're being really harsh, then this is a bad pass which slows down an attack. And this is a bad pass that an elite midfielder really shouldn't make. But I found something really important. These are Mainoo's stats as an 18-year-old. These are Declan Rice's stats as a 19-year-old. And these are Declan Rice's stats now. Now, in my opinion, Declan Rice is the 2nd best defensive midfielder in the world, and you can make a strong argument that he's the best. And Kobbie Mainoo is competing with his in-possession stats at the same age. And those 3 stats that I chose are Kobbie Mainoo's weaknesses. And those will improve. So, once those improves, and he maintains the genius that he already has, then he will become one of the most complete midfielders in the world. So no, he's not overhyped, he's actually better than what most people realize. That it's clear that he will only get better, and he will get a lot better.